Right, we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Titch and Geezer's results roundup. First things first. How you doing, Geezer?
Good, mate. I'll give you the weather report first. Get it out of the way because
give me the report.
it is stinking hot, mate. Summer's kicked in. Humidity is up to about 95%, and we're heading 28 now. We're heading for 33 degrees today.
And the time is it 8 a.m. there?
Yeah, it's 28 at 8 o'clock in the morning. So
bloody hell.
So yeah, we're heading for 33 by 12 o'clock. So it's
sweaty, hot. Sweaty nuts at some point.
Mate. Oh, sweaty, Eric. It's all right. Yeah. It's worse when you're working in it, but I'm not. So.
Right, let me. No, sorry, I'll get to the chat. And good evening, Robert, and good evening, Stuart and Lee. Right, at the minute, obviously, this game's on. Luton 3, Arsenal 3. On my screen, 82 minutes. It's probably 83 minutes gone. I'm probably about a minute behind. Geezer, did you watch? Have you seen all the goals to that?
Yeah, I think I have. I was flicking over. I was watching the other game earlier.
Yeah.
And watching the Dawson masterclass of defending. And then, I was flicking. Once that first half was finished, I went to the Arsenal game. Yeah, and I think I've caught all the goals. Got lucky. But yeah, it's again, I'm watching Luton battling away, man, trying their hardest. You can see they're out. Quality-wise, they're out class, but still, they just battle away. Them dreadlock boys, I'm going to call them now, because that's all we have. Jesus, they don't mind getting stuck in either. Yeah. I mean, that boy Tabore, he's a right back there. I mean, he come up against Saliba, put Saliba on his arse. Man, with a 50-50 challenge. The boys are flying in everywhere. And then that Adebayo out jumps right out the head one in as well.
I haven't seen that. I ain't seen that one. I saw.
Oh, mate, I put 2 goals down the right. And Ramsdale dad must be laughing his tits off at the moment because he slagged Arteta off in social media about bringing him in and dropping his son. And not happy. And, mate, all I've seen since that is Raya making mistakes. And I think it's cost them 2 goals tonight. But the chances are, Arsenal will probably get it in the end because of the quality they've got on the pitch and what they can bring on or what they have brought on. But I'm hoping our good old Luton will hold out. The atmosphere as well. I said that last week. I said out of the 3, they're the only team that could.
Yep. I said it a long time ago, actually. Yeah.
And it's all about their home form. But for a small ground, the atmosphere they generate there, it is a 12th man there. Where, that 60,000 doesn't count for much for the team at London Stadium. But theirs does. It's massive, their support there. It's loud. It's in your face. It definitely makes a difference for them, I think. Good luck with it.
Right. Listen, everybody. So I was unaware of the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday fixtures. I couldn't do last night. Then I was thinking, do we wait until? But obviously, I spoke to Geezer, and obviously we had to do this today because we had a backlog. So obviously, right now the game's going on, so we're kind of preoccupied because some of you that might be watching it. So, like I said, I'm probably a minute behind the actual game, so we'll see what happens. Right, let's get to the comments quickly. Stuart, good evening, brothers, Kieran and Titch. Good evening, Stuart. As always, I hope you lot are all well. Big up, Robert. We missed you last week. Good evening, Titch and Geezer. Hope you're well, Robert.
Hi, Robert, sir.
Good evening. Right, don't know if you have heard, but West Ham under-21s beat Colchester 4-0 to progress to the last 16 of the EFL Bristol Motor. Is that the name of that cup then?
Must be a cup, is it? Yeah, I did. Someone flashed the result. I think it was Happy Amaret put the result in our chatty thing. Saying it was 4-0. Obama was on the score sheet. Earthy and someone else. Chester's. Yeah,
hold on.
Another good result for the boys.
Keep talking, Kieran. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Yeah, so they're cracking on. I'm just hoping that Luton crack on and keep holding on. Even though, boys, we can't predict them 2 results if we do the predictions later. But I did predict 3-3, and I did predict Burnley to lose 1-0. So I win. I've got both right. So I've got a good start in that. We might predict the other 8 and see how we go. Come on, Luton. Is everyone watching that? I wonder if they can hold on. Hold on. And Rice got, there's another one, even though I put it down to Raya, Rice got muscled out of that corner by that Adebayo. He just pushed Rice aside to get on the end of that. So, there you go. There's underbidding for you.
I'm hoping at the end of this thing here, it shows all the goals. I saw Ross Barkley to make it, I don't even know what score. And then I saw Jesus, and I saw Havertz's goal, but I haven't seen two of Luton's ones. Right, let's see. Thanks. 15 games unbeaten for the under-21s. Big up, Mr. Lawrence Watkins. Hello, everyone from Lexington, Kentucky, USA. Come on, your hands. Big up, Lawrence. Thanks for tuning in, as always. And big up, Wally Tola. These two are in sync. I think they set their watches on the military. Lawrence got a military watch, and he sets that.
Yeah. G'day, Wally.
How you doing, Wally? Right. I predict 1-0 for Wolves this week, and I'm sure, right, there was one of the scores that can't be. It was, I think it was a 3-2 game. It might have been Chelsea-Brighton, and I thought, did Lawrence pick? Because I don't want to go back and watch it. I think, did Lawrence pick 3-2? Oh, he didn't.
I don't know. They're there beside me, and I couldn't even tell you my result. My pick. Yeah. I never ever look at them. I'd rather see it when we do it here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I'd rather see the disappointment of me not getting another one right again.
When I saw 3-2 Chelsea Brighton, we'll get to that anyway. But I was thinking, did Lawrence say 3-2? I think somebody did, but I might be wrong. But yeah, anyway, we'll see.
I can tell you this, Gazer. Without even looking, I'm sure I didn't pick 3-3. Arsenal and Luton.
No, I was about to say. You know what I was about to say? Tonight's game, no one's picking that one. No one would have picked Luton to score 3, so no one would have got this. Wolves 1, Bournemouth. No, not Bournemouth. Burnley 0. Somebody might have picked that, but obviously, like I said, I didn't realise this fixture list was coming so soon. Right, here we go. Hey, Stuart. Right. So I've caught up, you lot. Right, what should we do? Should we let this game play out, or should we sort of do two things at once?
I'll do two. Just crack on, sir.
All right. How's the coffee? Coffee is my morning beverage. Yeah, I drink coffee in the morning. That's it. Right, so let's go to the first game on this list, and that was Athena's playing now. That was Arsenal 2, Wolves 1.
Hang on a sec, guys. I'm missing my bit of paper. There's 2 seconds.
No worries. So yeah, you lot, brother, we've got games. We're gonna do when we do the predictions thing today. It'll be 8 games because obviously there's 2 played already tonight, so we'll still get 8 in. And then I'm trying to think when we're gonna do the show because obviously maybe Thursday evening, if not maybe Friday because Thursday is the last. Yeah, we'll work that out anyway.
All guys me life here.
6-minute injury time. So Stuart's probably ahead of me then. Right. So what was your thoughts on Arsenal 2, Wolves 1? Arsenal was 2-0 up after 13 minutes and then sort of made hard work.
Yeah. All I put there goes I just said that the second goal from Odegaard was fantastic bit of football.
Oh, good football.
From Arsenal. Really was a good goal. And yet again though, they let Wolves back in and had a bit of an early ending to it, you know. And this is why Arsenal are not convincing me that they're going to win the league. But you could say the same for all the top 3 at the moment, couldn't you?
Yeah.
They're not. None of them are that convincing.
Yeah.
So so they're still in, but they got the result, and that's what matters. But yeah, they show a lot of quality, Arsenal, don't they? But they're vulnerable. And obviously, even just looking at tonight, they're vulnerable from set pieces. So they're getting it done. I think like I said, their keepers. I don't know why they decided. There's obviously he's decided. Arteta that Ramsdale can't win them a league.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen it with Liverpool when they brought in was it Alisson?
Yeah.
They ended up winning the league with them, and so did Pep. He got rid of Joe Hart to put the keeper he wanted in to win him a league. Now he's decided that Raya's the boy. It's not looking like it. He's not looking like a Premier League winner to me. So we'll see with it. But they got the 3 points and it keeps them up there. So that's it.
Right, everybody, be honest, yeah, because we're just doing this in reverse order. Having watched that Arsenal 2, Wolves 1, Arsenal top of the league, what would you have predicted for tonight's game? It's hard. Obviously, we know. What would you? Everybody as well. Just get everybody involved. What would you have said if you say Luton v Arsenal? What realistically? What do you think you would have predicted? Because no one would have predicted Luton to score 3 goals. That's a fact.
No one would have done. I think if I'd been picking that, I actually did pick it, Geezer, in my head, and I actually put 3-1.
I was going to say 3-1 as well. 3-1 as well.
Yeah, that was when I thought, if I was picking this week, I'd gone 3-1 Arsenal, but a comfortable 3-1.
Yeah.
Not what I'm seeing here. Even though I don't back up my own faults because I keep saying about Luton, and at home. But still, it's Arsenal. They're meant to be the
champions.
They could be they're title contenders. It shouldn't be that hard for them.
Nah.
But Lawrence as well, 3-1. I think that's a fair pick, isn't it? In a game like that. And but yeah, Luton are surprising us, and they're battling away and digging in. I just hope they can dig into the end. That would be great.
Right, let me just get to whatever we would have picked, and then I'll just. Right, so Robert also said 3-1. So Lawrence said 3-1. So that's 4 of us. Stuart said 3-0. Wally said 9-0 to Arsenal.
Maybe against Sheffield United, I'll pick that one.
Right, I haven't watched the whole game, but are we doing Luton a bit of discredit by saying it's a battling performance when they've actually scored 3 goals? Nobody scored 3 goals against Arsenal. Is it just battling, or do we have to give them a bit more credit to score?
No, there is more credit to be got. You know what I mean? Them boys are playing hard. They're playing all right. Even Ross Barkley, I don't rate Ross Barkley at all. But he's putting in a performance, here and there. He's doing all right for them. And they're trying hard. And their keeper's been great. And I couldn't put any of them 3 goals down to him. But he's been great for them too. And that's one of the reasons I think, they've got half a chance of staying up. But it's a slim chance. But if they keep battling away like that, playing what they're doing, and the keeper keeps saving them, and which he has in this game, he pulled off a couple of great saves in this game already. I think that they could, but it's all about that home form because, like I said, the place is jumping, and it does lift them players without a doubt. It's lifting
them. So we're into the 95th minute. Arsenal on the attack. I think that they're going to hold out. I mean, whatever's happened might have already happened. Like, I'm probably a minute behind, but I think that Arsenal will hold out. What is that?
How many extra time minutes they give it?
Right, there was 6 minutes added on. We've played 4.5 of those. It's a goal kick to Luton as well. So
come on, Luton, mate. Yeah. I want to see that Arteta's face. Who's he going to blame this week? What's he going to blame this week?
Right, so Robert says Luton are playing okay, and Lawrence says I need a Saka goal, which I'm assuming is for his fantasy team. Right, so Wolves obviously went on tonight as well, so we can speak about that. They were at home to Burnley and obviously won that game 1-0. Hwang scored again. It came from a mistake from Burnley at the back, but then it was still good assist and then a good composed finish from Hwang, who's probably on about 8 goals now, maybe 9, but I think it's about 8.
I think it's 8. Yeah.
Oh my day! I don't mind spoilers. Look at this goal. Rice has just scored. What says Lawrence? I haven't seen this yet for Arsenal. Crazy, right? I'll talk you through the goal, Giza, because obviously you would have been watching this, but you've come away from your screen to be here. So let me try and talk you through this. Bloody hell! Famous last words. I said Arsenal would, Luton would probably see it out. That's a bit gutted for Luton.
Done it again, haven't they? I've got a real late winner again. That ain't the first time this season, is it?
And that's the sign of potential champions, is that, a game like this where you can come through it. Remember, they were 3-2 down. Right, Zinchenko just inside his own half. Long ball pumped forward with a bit of diagonal in it. Ben White, Odegaard Nope. He's gone wide to Odegaard. Not Zinchenko. Odegaard whips it in. Declan Rice rises, scores. That's what they bought him in for. It wasn't, but I'm saying they wanted him to have impact in games, which I think looking at that, I'm wondering whether the keeper could have saved it. I don't think it might have been just pulling away from him. It's not a powerful header, but it's all pulling away. So I don't know. I might be just doing him a bit of injustice, but
Right.
that's gutted for Luton.
Yeah, that's sickening, mate. For an effort like that, that's a shame.
And that's the 97th minute he scored that.
Mate, Rice will be getting the headlines now, won't he?
Ray has run all the way down to Rice is obviously near behind the goal celebrating and that. Ray has run all the way down there. He's probably thinking you've just saved my bacon for another one.
I think so, sir. I think so. Isn't it weird this weekend, right? The three title contenders, all of them have conceded 3 goals each.
3 goals. That's crazy, isn't it?
That's mad. When part of being that contender is you don't give away many goals. Yeah. And 3 each.
Let me see this goal. Right. So Odegaard, it's a great ball. He whips it in from a central area. It's crazy. Rice, the keeper can't get that. It's just pulling away from him. Every time he's traveling forward, it's pulling away from the keeper. It's a great header. Yeah. Lawrence says, now we have to hear Arsenal fans loudmouth about Rice.
Yeah. Now we've got to listen to that crap now, haven't we? Fuck. I was hoping to leave a bit of point.
Look at him. Jeez. Right, before we move on to the next fixture, just going back to Wolves, because obviously we've got them here losing to Arsenal, tonight winning. If you was to rate Gary O'Neill's Wolves managerial career thus far out of 10, what would you give Gary O'Neill? Yeah,
I think he's doing really well. For what he's got there, he's doing well. And I think he'll be in that 10 to 15, won't he, Wolves? Yeah. I don't see him surpassing any better than that, though. So I mean, that's it. I think a massive part of Wolves is the 2 centre halves. It's Dawson and Kilman. They're a good pairing. They're solid, mate. They make their mistakes here and there, but you watched it tonight. Every ball that came into that thing, it was headed away by Dawson. Every corner, everything. He was on blocking. They really are a good pairing. So they're when you've got a good pairing like that, you can frustrate the bigger teams as well. You can stop them scoring. Yeah. But I think that'd be it. It'd be sort of mediocrity to a point. But Gary O'Neill, I think, has done well there, and for what he's got. And they'll do all right. They won't be worried about relegation, that's for sure. So out of 10 so far, I mean, I also thought a 7. Stuart's given 7, Lawrence 7, Robert 7. What would you give him out of 10 for his exploits thus far as a manager? What he's giving him a 6. It's not. I don't particularly want him at West Ham either. You know what I mean? I don't think he's proven enough yet. But like I said, he done a job last season with Bournemouth, didn't he? And he's doing a job for Wolves. Yeah. So just with Wolves, how would you rate him out of 1 to 10 out of the job he's done solely for Wolves this season with like certain restrictions and whatnot? They're all right. Do you know what I mean? They're okay. Wolves. They're nothing special and nothing terrible. They're, I'd say, fairly mediocre. I'd put them along, maybe a little bit better than Palace. Yeah. That's it. I don't think they're anything fantastic. But they've got a couple of players I like. I like that Cunha. Yeah. I think he's a good boy. Now Wang's doing all right for them. And like I said, they've got a good centre half pairing. Semenyo's good here and there. It's a half decent team. I think he's done well, and I think VAR, out of all the teams that I can sort of think of, they've been screwed by VAR, and they might have, even more points on the board if it wasn't for that. But I think he's done a solid. That's very true. It's just cost them a lot of points, that VAR. So they're a lot better off than. But I still think that between 10 and 15 is where they'll end up. Yeah, I definitely think that. Right. So what does that? Right. Well, it's the 6. Right. So let's move on now. Let's go to. Right, let's speak about just the last thing on tonight's game, which was Wolves 1, Burnley 0. What would you have picked, and what would everybody in the chat have picked for that?
because obviously, yeah, it's after the fact.
Oh, right. Yeah, I would have put 2-1 to Wolves. That's what was in my head before.
That's what I was going to say. So, yeah, same thing. I was going to say 2-1 Wolves.
I would have backed them to win.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I thought it would have been 2-1. Thought 1-0 was... I didn't think it'd be 1-0. But, like I said, Burnley again tonight, it just shows you, doesn't it? They play Sheffield United. They get a record win against Sheffield United of 5 in the Premier League for Burnley. And yet they're back to playing a half-decent team tonight and they're no threat whatsoever. And again, they lose the ball coming out from the back, give it away, and concede a goal. You know, it's just happening nearly every other week with doing that. So that's very hard for me to see them surviving at all. But.
And I think the only other win they had, I don't know, because they said it during that game, was it Luton that they beat? I don't even know, but I think somebody said that during that game that they'd only beaten Sheffield United and Luton this season. I don't know.
I think that's right.
Wolves. So Lawrence said it 1-0, he would have picked. Stuart said he would have picked 2-0. Yeah, I thought there'd be more goals. I thought, 2-1. Right, so we will move on to the second fixture from the last game.
So we've done that. What we look at? Who picked what?
Oh yeah, sorry, yes. Yeah, what did we pick for this game? My bad.
Right, Arsenal Wolves, I picked 3-0 to Arsenal. So I didn't I got the 3 right for about 96 minutes. Right. Larry picked 3-1. Stu picked 2-1. Wally picked 2-1. Gee, Harms picked 4-0. She got the 4 right. So you picked 2-0. CW picked 2-1.
So hold on. But Charlie Walsh got the correct score, yeah?
Arsenal Wolves. Yeah, I can't get them confused with tonight now, am I? Fucking hell.
Yeah. So hold on.
So I'm thinking about tonight. I'm saying all that. Yeah, it's 2-1, isn't
it? So Lawrence, Wally.
Right. Hang on. It was 2-1, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2-1.
Fucking glad that's out of the way. Yeah, Stu picked 2-1.
Right, he got that bang on. Bosh.
Wally picked 2-1.
Bosh.
And CW picked 2-1.
Bosh.
What
about Lawrence? I thought you said Lawrence. Or did he pick?
Lawrence picked 3-1.
Oh, 3-1. Right. Let me. Right. So yeah, that's right. You look, we're working with 2 lots of fixtures. That Wally's on fire.
Yeah, confusing me.
On fire. Right. So we're moving to the next game of the last run, and that was Brentford 3. Luton have just played 1. Yeah. How much of that game did you see?
Brentford. Fucking Luton. What did I say? I can't even remember it.
So, played scored again.
I said there was some lucky goals in it.
Okay.
So, who scored for Brentford?
Neil Maupay scored, then Ben Mee, and then Shandon Baptiste for Brentford.
Yeah, there was a couple of lucky goals for Brentford, even though they were, better team by far. But there was a couple of lucky deflected goals that went their way. That's all I remember about that game, to be honest. And it was 3-1, wasn't it? So, yeah, Brentford got there in the end.
Did you watch? Just like 20?
No, only small highlights, obviously, because I just saw a couple of lucky goals.
Yeah.
I've got it. All of them are a bit lucky. I think they took deflections that just fell right for them. I think that's how it worked.
Well,
so yeah, nothing exciting about that.
Nah. And it's probably as expected. Before we get into our predictions, what do you see happening with Ivan Toney in January? Do you see them trying to keep him to the end of the season, or do you reckon they will say, you know what, we've got this far, we just cash in? Like, what do everybody think is going to happen with Toney when he comes back?
I wonder if I think if the right offer come in, I think they'd take it.
Because they've proven.
I'd Brentford. It's a season that they're not worried about relegation or nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So, they can take that money and look to next season. And and they've got Mubama there. They're scoring goals. They're they're fairly safe.
Yeah.
They're going to do all right. So do they? Would they think about the big bucks? Yeah, I think there's a chance. Like I said, I would have thought he could suit Tottenham at the moment.
Yeah.
If they were prepared to make a big offer. I don't know what you'd think he's worth. I think you've got to be looking at 80 million.
Yeah.
So every chance.
So if you think about it, I don't think Wolves would be that much higher at the table with Tony playing this season, because
no,
I think
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, so I'm thinking you've got this far. I think they're going to have a steady season the way they're going along now. So me personally, I think what, like you said, let's plan ahead. Let's sell him now and bring in reinforcements for next season. But Stuart says he'll be sold in the summer. I don't know how long his contract is either.
No, I think they've got him tied up for a while. But I say it could happen January if the right offer came in. Whether they need to, it's up to them. But I would have thought a season like it is, where they know they're guaranteed to be safe.
Yeah.
And that money's there, and then they can look for a replacement for the summer. If they need one. So, and like I said, Tottenham to me look prime. That if they could bring in a good centre forward like that, I think that's what they're missing. To go along with Son, could work out well for them. But we'll see whether Daniel Levy would stump up that kind of money. I don't know.
And to be honest, even with Tony, they're not going to get a European place this year. So what, what's the point in keeping him when you could just start planning? Right. So Stuart says, I don't follow the women's game, but I know that England beat somebody 3-2, but the goal was meant to be like a poor one, and they then needed to win by 5 or something to qualify. Like, did it work out by beating Scotland 6-0, Stuart? Did that 6-0 mean that they got the goal difference that was required? Because I saw an article saying they needed to win by 5 to goals or something like that. So did they get the result they needed, or the scoreline? Right, we'll move on then from that game. Oh no, sorry, no, we won't. What did we predict for this? My bad. I always forget.
Right, what was the score? 3-1. Yeah, again, I'm wrong. I said 2-0 to Brentford. Larry said 1-0. 1-0 Stu. 2-1 Wally. Harm said 2-0. Ooh, Titch got close. 3-0. And CW 3-0. So you didn't give Luton credit for a goal, so that cost you.
Okay, right. So we'll move on, and we've actually touched slightly on this game, but that was a battle down at the bottom. Burnley 5, Sheffield United 0, and as a consequence of that, Paul Heckingbottom has been sacked today and replaced by Chris Wilder, who was obviously the manager last time he was in the Premier League. So first casualty, Sheffield United, probably to be expected. Did you watch that game?
Yeah, I watched the highlights, mate. There's not a game I was looking forward to. I wouldn't sit there and watch 90 minutes of Burnley Sheffield United, but there you go. It reiterated how bad Sheffield United are. How bad they are. They've got nothing. And even though McBurney, he got sent off, you could see him and O'Shea having it off about 3 challenges before. And he done him with an elbow once, and then O'Shea cracked him with something up, behind, and then it led to another one. And it was all in the space of a few minutes, really, not long. And bang, he elbowed him again. And then it's stupid. And he looked like that McBurney. I mean, he's not that good. And you can see, he was rattled and he wanted to do it. And he done him. He got sent off. But I don't think that would have changed the result anyway. I mean, they were getting hammered, really battered.
Is it any coincidence that Burnley tore up the Championship, and then the only game this season they look like world beaters is against another Championship club.
Yeah, of course it is. And I think I actually said, I haven't looked at my prediction. I don't know what I put. It wouldn't have been fucking 5-0, that's for sure. But I did say I think this will be Burnley's game to win.
Yeah.
You know, this will be their first home win. And it turned out that way. So, yeah, I didn't expect them to beat them because I think they are the worst team amongst the three, Sheffield United. And I didn't even know he got sacked. Did he got sacked?
Yeah, today.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, losing that to that team is that's the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that says it all, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Lawrence says he can hear Peach. It's them birds.
Yeah, but I've said though, can you hear any? Because they're pretty quiet this morning. I mean, it's so hot.
Not as loud. So
no, it's been that hot. I reckon they've all went now. We're just having a chilled one this morning. There's not many going bonkers this morning, but I think it's too hot for them. Good night, Harmony.
How you doing, Harmony? Look, she's made a good point. She said Brentford will be losing Mbuemo and Wissa for 5 games.
Oh,
due to AFCON.
Oh, good. Yeah, that is a good point. Well, that could change things, eh?
They have to keep him then.
With Tony. Yeah, good point. Good point.
Harmony. Holland won 4-0 to England. Right, so are they out of? Is it the Olympics? What did they not qualify for because of tonight? Was it the Olympics or something else? Because I heard them speak about it, but that was the other day after they won 3-2. So what did England not qualify for? Hey, Larry. Boom. Stu. Hey, Harmony, my coffee loving buddy. Wally, the coffee guru. 5-0 is a Harmony score. Yep. I'm loving Kieran's summer back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so...
Right, we're looking at the scores on these doors, are we?
What did we pick last week for this game?
Yeah, I'm bang on again. I got the winner. I put 2-0.
Yeah.
Larry put 2-1. Shoo, 0-0. Yeah. No faith. Wally put 2-1. Hans put 2-1. You put 3-1. CW put 1-0. So yeah, I think we were all expecting a dire sort of game, but like I said, it sort of reiterates how bad Sheffield United are, isn't it? 5-0.
Right.
So there you go. No one gets any cigars there, that's for sure.
Right. So England women out of Nations League semis, and also cannot now play in the Olympics. Yeah, I thought the Olympics.
Really?
But they're out of the Nations League, so that's not good. From World Cup finalists to they can't qualify for the Nations League and they can't qualify for the Olympics.
Well, they must have had a couple of bad results then, have they? Obviously.
Yeah, I think goal difference last game where England apparently won. They was 2-0 down. They won, but that second goal was a terrible goal by the goalie. They ended up winning 3-2, but then I think it took it out of their hands because the goal difference or something like that.
Right.
But then because Holland have won 4-0, England probably had to win 9-0.
Yeah, that's a bit of a step back, isn't it, for them?
Yeah, 2 things. Out of the semis and can't play in the Olympics. The Flames died very quickly. Oh, the correct scores. Right, so we'll move on from this game. The next game on this list is Nottingham Forest 0, Everton 1, and I'm sure somebody picked 1-0, but we will get to that. I'm sure. I think someone said 1-0 Everton. Yeah, great goal by Dwight McNeil as well. Great finish, brought it down with his studs, and then Bosch. What did you watch of that?
Yeah, I watched. I think I watched a mini match, the 25-minute highlights of it. 2 things. The finish by him at McNeil on that. Great finish, banged it. But one thing I did notice, and the commentator mentioned it as well. There was a incident in there where the Forest player from the corner was absolutely rugby tackled. Right, absolutely rugby tackled by the Everton defender. I think it was not Decore, or I'm not sure it was, but absolutely rugby tackled. And the VAR looked at it and went, "No, not enough contact." I went, "You've got to be kidding!" He dragged him down to the ground. And what was poignant about that? The week before, Forest got a penalty given against them for exactly the same thing. Exactly the same. And I just wonder with this Everton, mate. You know, my conspiracy head keeps going, yeah, good. They're going to take 10 points to 8, man. They're going to make sure they stay. You know, I just couldn't believe the VAR even looked at it and said not enough contact. He had him by the shirt, he had him by the shoulders, and dragged him to the ground, man. When you see stupid penalties given for hitting someone's hand, right, and then you see that, and you go, God, what is going on? I thought it was terrible decision. They should have had a penalty. But yeah, Everton grounded out and won 1-0. And this is what they'll do. They'll be all right in the end, I think. I'm hoping they wouldn't be. See, like I said, that should have been 3 points. That could have been a draw. A draw might have been a fair result, actually.
Yeah.
But there you
go. Right, 1 minute, Kieran. I'm trying to one sec.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder about it, and they're going to make sure that they don't go down with their 10-point deduction. We'll see. I'd love to see Everton go down, but they won't.
So Forest are. I saw something before the game where they're saying, you know, the board have backed Steve Cooper, and as if like, you know, he's under pressure. Because they're not doing as well as they were at the start of the season. But
no,
should they not? I don't know who, you know, if there is any questions, but surely someone like that, he's done a good job. Are they expecting too much from him, basically, if his job is under scrutiny?
Yeah, I don't think it will be, because I don't think they're going to be relegation candidates. And I think that I said these bottom three that we've got, or bottom four, it dictates a lot about other managers. Because I think his remit will be just to keep him in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is. He has to keep him in the Premier League. I don't believe that Forest are looking to get European football or whatever. Just keep him in the league. And again, this season, it's easier than any other season I've seen for years about keeping a team in the league. So I think he'll do that. I don't think they'll have a problem in the end, Forest. I think they'll get through. So I think it'd be silly to sack him, to be honest.
Yeah. I can't see it, but yeah, it was just an article. Right, good point, Kieran. They will make sure Everton stays up. That's from Wally. He said, especially with the new stadium.
Exactly. They've got that stadium that's costing an absolute fortune. Looking good. I've seen a couple of updates on it. It's looking good, but they cannot be in the bloody championship with what that's going to cost. And, you know, without the Premier League money that's, you know, 200 million a year, whatever it is, I think it's something like that for Premier League money. They can't afford to be going down to the championship, because I'm sure that, you know what I mean, I don't believe that they're paying for that stadium up front.
No.
I mean, they're broke as it is, aren't they? They can't afford to be going down there. No. It could absolutely ruin them. So, they'll make sure that's that.
Right, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident somebody said 1-0 Everton last week. It wasn't me. But yeah, can we just roll off last week's predictions? I thought
banged it again. I said Forest 2, Everton 1. Larry went 3-2 to Everton. Shu went 2-1 to Everton. Wally went 2-1 to Forest. Harms went 2-2. You went 2-2. CW 1-0 to Everton.
I knew it. I knew somebody said 1-0. And then when you roll off the names, I'm thinking, oh shit, maybe they didn't then. So Charlie got it right.
Yeah. So at this moment, CW's got 2 right. There you go.
Wow. I heard that
you got 1 right and Stewie's got 1 right. So
I didn't get 1 right, I don't think.
You got 1 right this week.
Did I?
Yeah, whatever one it was. The first one. Wasn't it 2-0 to was it Arsenal Wolves?
2-1. Did I say 2-1 for that game?
No, 3.
Nah, I didn't.
Well, maybe you didn't. No,
Nah,
you
I
didn't.
didn't. Not this week.
No.
Right. So Harmony says, I heard that Haaland isn't getting punished, but they are deducting 10 more points off Neverton instead, and club are getting fined £2.40 and a coffee. Actually, yeah, I was going to speak on that, but we will obviously get to that game as the last game, that Man City game. Points. I got it right. Wally said. So did Wally get that one?
Yeah, it was Wally. Wally got it. Sorry, I've just seen that now. So Wally's got one right, Stu's got one right, and CW got two.
Yeah,
I'm flying again.
You're still waiting. You're the Sheffield
Still
United
waiting.
of this.
Like I say, if something I get right through here, I don't think so. When you think of some of the scores that are coming up, there's no way I got any of them right. There's too many goals everywhere. So
yeah, and unpredictable results. Right. Right, we'll move on to Newcastle 1, Man United 0. And apparently today it says, Eric Ten Hag had lost 50% of the dressing room. Did you watch all of this game, or once again?
Yeah, I did. This is the game. I was looking forward to this game more than I was watching West Ham, that's for sure.
Yeah.
For good reason in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, mate. And I just wrote that Newcastle's superb, mate. They battered Man United. That scoreline doesn't reflect the game. Absolutely not. Again, Trippier, what a player he is. He got the assist for Gordon to tap in, but a great ball across the box.
Yeah.
His free kick that hit the underside of the bar and came down. My God. It's just quality, man. And what I put there, Rashford.
I was going to mention him. It's funny. Yeah.
What? He is absolute garbage. And I'm telling you what, he just will not run back. He did not protect. Was it Wan-Bissaka? He was getting throttled, and it was two on one against him at time where there was Rashford wandering, just not even bother. His body language is horrendous.
Yeah,
really bad. He got hooked in the end. He was offering nothing. Martial weren't much better. He got hooked as well. But my God, it looks like he's just not interested there. Well, you said they've lost half the dressing room. Well, if they have Martial and Rashford are two of them, out of that, because he just doesn't want to be on that pitch. You can see it. But take nothing away from Newcastle, mate. They played them off the park. That should have been 3 or 4. It's a superb effort from when you think they've been in the last 3 games. They've had about 12 players they've used for the whole 3 games. Mate, superb effort.
And they're playing obviously that. I think it's Lewis Miley, 17. He's playing the last 3 or 4 games.
Isn't he a talent, mate? He looks so assured. How honestly, I don't. That's when you got a youth player that fits straight in. You know what I mean? He doesn't look overawed. He doesn't. No superstar, but he does the simple things right. He's there. He's available. He plays the passes well. He got a good assist last week, was it or so? Last week or the week before. Man, the boy looks really, really good for a young man. Got a good head on his shoulders. I like it. But I don't think I wrote anything else there that were just bloody good.
Going back to the dressing room and all of that. So basically, the theory amongst Man United fans is Ten Hag persists with Rashford because he knows he's the local boy. So even though he's playing bad, he keeps him in because he wants to keep him inside. That's the basic theory from the Man United fans, right? Then before they lost to Newcastle, I don't know if you know, there's a guy called Saeed TV, Somalian guy. He's a Man United fan. Anyway,
I haven't seen him yet. A long time ago, but I have seen him yet.
Before that game, before they lost, he was talking. He's not happy about everything there, and he's like, "Oh, Rashford, blah blah blah." Bowen, he said, "Bowen at West Ham, he's better than Rashford." So, be honest. If you would, who's the better player? And this goes to everybody in the chat. He said it as a Man United fan. He's picked up Bowen, and he said he's better than Rashford. Who do you think is the better player out of those two overall?
Well, you look at it this way. Rashford scored 18 goals last year. Yeah, he was good last year, and he was better than Bowen last year. This year, who is he better than? because he's offering absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Of course, Bowen's a better pick than him at the moment. But then again, a lot of players are. He's offering nothing. Martial the same. You know what I mean? They're on big money, big contracts. Didn't he get a big contract last year, Rashford?
Yes,
and whatever reason, he's not happy with Ten Hag. Who bloody knows with these modern footballers? I don't give a shit myself. You're paying an absolute fortune, go out there, put an effort in, you know, for that club and that badge. He ain't doing it. So I don't give a shit. He ain't performing like a local boy. He ain't putting the effort in like a local boy would because he knows what it means to the fans. He's just not bothering.
Yeah.
So I'd piss him off real quick, because he's not interested. And Hamley, but I mean, look at Dawson. He ain't no superstar, but his effort in a game is second to none.
Yeah.
We could do with a new right back. We could do with an updated right back, but you cannot question his effort. Also, check.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They're regardless of what talents they have or have not, they're putting the efforts in. I don't see any of that from Rashford, and that's even worse being a local.
I was about to say that.
Worse.
I was about to say that. I was going to say, you know, you spoke about Dawson, wherever, you know, he went from Watford to West Ham to Wolves, all W's. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, wherever he goes, he's got no, you know, loyalty to the area. But yeah, he's you know, he's down for the cause. Where you know, whatever shirt he puts on.
Exactly, a true professional, and all true professionals. So some people will excuse it for Martial because he's a foreigner.
Yeah.
Right. But I still don't. You're being paid a shitload of money to perform, mate. Right. But for a local not to be doing it, it sets a bad example for the whole team, especially to any youngsters that are there. He ain't a youngster no more, Rashford. He used to get away. He might have got away with it in the past, being a young lad and that, being over. He ain't no more. He's a seasoned professional who's one of the most seasoned pros at Man United now and played for England. And he turns up and gives that performance? No, it's not acceptable. Absolutely not.
Right. Not everybody. People have answered my question. I've got one more question before we go to our predictions and then move on. Right. So Ten Hag banned free press members. Youth play with no fear. Harmony says Trashford didn't run at all and didn't track back one. The only ones trying are the young guns and Maguire.
And Theo actually mentioned that. Even see Maguire, he had half a decent game, mate. He was putting his body on the line. He was trying. I even threw him up front at the end to try and nick a goal. He nearly did. One caught offside, but you wouldn't fault Maguire's effort in that game. Yeah. You know, regardless, you wouldn't.
Right, Stuart says I would take Bowen over Rashford every day of the week. Harmony says Bowen by a mile. Now, this is my question to you, Geezer, and everybody in the chat. With Anthony not doing anything, he's trying Rashford on the right hand side, not doing anything. Would you swallow your pride and bring Jadon Sancho back into this team, or would you do what you're doing and just leave him out of the team? Yeah.
Whatever his beef is with Sancho, this is about you trying to win games. I don't care who it is. If I don't like someone or there's a problem with him, I don't care. Get him on your side and get him in that team and get him playing.
Yeah.
You know, Sancho hasn't performed since he's been there.
Nah.
To be fair, I just don't know whether he's the answer. But I'll tell you what, I'd have him in front of any player that's out there not working, not bothering.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? To me, I'd have a 17-year-old out there playing rather than Rashford at the moment because he's not putting the effort. He's a wasted. He's a waste of a number. Yeah. So I don't care how good his talent is. If that's Messi out there and he's just standing there not even trying, well, what's the point? Doesn't matter how good you are.
Exactly.
You've got to show it.
You're one man down, and that's it. Looked
You're
like
one man down. And I think they're the same with Martial because he ain't trying that hard either. The two men down. And you know what I'm saying? And yet, Man United fans are so quick to criticise Maguire, slag him off and make mistakes. But you can't fault his effort. Yeah, he's not the greatest centre half in the world, but he can do a job and he does put the effort in. But yet, that donut goes on there, probably getting $350,000 a week.
He is. I think he's getting 350. You know, I think so.
Yeah, to stand on the pitch and embarrassed the shirt.
Yeah,
That's why.
because I think Jamie Carragher went in on him. Roy Keane, for his lack of effort. Oh yeah, it's another one. Sorry, Stuart said he starts Varane on the bench, Champions League winner. Yeah, it seems like he has issues with people. Like, can Varane not be able to get into the starting team?
Yeah.
Ahead of Lindelof, ahead of Maguire, ahead of even Lisandro Martinez. He's injured, so it's like normally it would be Varane and Martinez as your starting centre backs. He's injured, but yeah, Varane's just sitting on the bench. So I think he's creating problems for himself, and in the process,
like I said, everything I've said to you before, they keep nicking results here and there, don't they, Man United? But there's no philosophy there, is there? There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And I can't see him being here after the season but I did see a little clip there of Neville saying they haven't had that philosophy since Ferguson. For the last 8 years, he's just one of another manager that don't seem to be able to get them playing with any sort of. Well, when you look at a team, and go, yeah, and he did make a point. He said, look, Postecoglou's been there 4 months, but now you can see the philosophy of what they're going to do.
Exactly.
He said, we've had 8 years and we still can't see a philosophy at Man United. We don't know what it is. And that's the problem. So he is at fault as well. Charlie boy.
Right, big up.
You're fucking flying here, son. You got 2. How many games have you got through? You got 2, right?
2 out of 3. And then this would be the 4. I think it's 3 games, isn't it? Let me go back to it.
4. Yeah, you got 2 right, man.
Oh, sorry, 4. This is the 5th one, but you got 2 correct scores. Right, let me get to the comments and then we'll go to what we picked. He started one player he bought in his side. That's Onana. The man's lost the plot. Yeah, because even Thingy's not looking the same player. The Moroccan Amrabat, he don't even look the same player that we were seeing at the World Cup and in Europe. Now proven it is not the managers there, it is a player problem. Get rid of them all and bring in players who want to be there. We at Leeds, cowards. I'm sorry, my friends, but I need to go. I hope you all good evening, great week. I will miss the predictions for this week, so just give me 30 points to call it a day. Nice one, Lawrence. Thanks for tuning in and have a good day, whatever you've got to go and do. But yeah, thanks for tuning in.
See you, Lawrence.
On your wine. See you, Lawrence. Have a good evening. Spot on. Let me just get through these and then we'll go to what we picked. Editing as usual while listening.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie. I'm a genius. What can I say? I do not remember any of my predictions outside of our match. Oh my god.
No. Well, which one did he get right? The 2-1 against Arsenal Wolves. You got that right. And I think it was the 1-0 Everton Forest.
Yeah,
you got that one right as well.
Right. So Newcastle v Man United. What did we pick? And before you say anything, big up CB. Charlie boy, thanks for tuning in. Glad you tune in. 2 Charlies are in sync as well, like Lawrence and Wally. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, Charlie and Charlie. What did we pick for this game?
Okay. I stupidly, because of the injuries to Newcastle, I put 2-1 to Man. I put 2-1 to Man United. So wrong. Larry went 3-2 to Newcastle. Stewie went 3-0 to Newcastle. Wally went 2-1 to Newcastle. Harmer said 3-0 to Newcastle. You said 2-0 to Newcastle. All them 2-0s and 3-0s could have been, could have been, should have been.
Could have been even, yeah.
And CW went 2-2. So, yeah, no cigars there.
No cigars, maybe. Right, okay, cool. Let's move on to the next game on this list. And that was Bournemouth 2, Aston Villa 2, which put a little dent in Villa's top 4 fight or challenge.
Yeah. And basically saved the point at the death.
Yeah.
Solanke got on the score sheet again. Mm-hmm. What did I put there? I put, yes, that's Semenyo looking good again. That's all I put there.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good player.
Yeah, Semenyo was good. But a cracking header by Watkins at the death. There's a few minutes left and great header to save a point. But yeah, she showed you with Villa. They got a point, but it's a game I think they would have targeted on winning, and fortunate to get the point in the end.
Right. I
From
don't
what
want
the
you
game
to.
I saw, I thought it was probably a fair result. But
I don't want you to look at your pad, but I've got a feeling I said 2-2, but I don't want you to look yet. I just got a feeling anyway. So yeah, Solanke's in form this season. Semenyo's a good player. Leon Bailey on his day is a quality player. Ollie Watkins, once again, he's consistent. Not just this season, but yeah, he scores goals, and that's a vital goal. And it's a point towards their goal. And Bournemouth have started off a bit, shaky after the draw against us. They were just losing, but they're finding their feet as well. And I think they're going to they'll be all right. I think the manager's philosophy is coming through now. Remember, we said, they brought in an attacking manager, and they weren't scoring a lot, but they were conceding a lot. But now they are. That's why I thought this game would. Yeah, I'm sure I picked 2-2. I might be wrong, but yeah, I've just got confidence that Bournemouth will keep scoring goals and picking up points here, there.
Yeah, I mean, they looked very vulnerable at the beginning there, didn't they? They could be sucked into it before we knew how bad the bottom three might be. Yeah. And but now they're picking up the points, and I think they'll be fine. Yeah, they'll hover around the 15 mark, 14, whatever. I don't think a problem there.
Oh, Charlie's got tickets to Royal Rumble. Right, yo, massively jealous. I got tickets to All In. I got tickets to All In this week. A mate of mine is off to Atlanta in January to train at Cody's school as well. All right, All In must be another event. I've heard of Royal Rumble, but not All In. Right. So, just before we get to our predictions for this game, everybody in the chat, just give me one placement. Where will Aston Villa finish this season? Just give me one number.
Yeah. 1, 3, 4. Oh, it's 5th or 6th. The way Man United are going, I'm still going to go 6th.
6th for Villa, yeah?
Right. Yeah.
You look. Oh, look. Harmony said that as well. I'm going to say you look in the chat. Right, one sec. Harmony says 6. All In is the big event happening at Wembley Stadium in August next year. First one was this year. They did 81k tickets, I think. Wow. Stuart also said 6. I reckon Village will finish 7th, says Charlie. I'm going to say...
Who are you putting in front of them, CW? Obviously, Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool. Right? I'd say Tottenham. There's
Newcastle.
4. Newcastle should be 5.
Probably Man United.
Oh, I can't see it. Even though you wouldn't know it, then fuckers. But yeah, that's why I'm saying 6. I want that 5th spot. Who you're looking at, Chelsea or Man United, aren't you? To get that 5th spot. And 5th and 6th. Oh no, 6th spot.
I think I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna say 5th. I think it's between 5th and 6th, but I'm gonna say 5th.
Yeah.
Villa. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Let me see what we say here. 7. I'm gonna get the player Ilias Chair. Oh, the one from QPR, the Moroccan boy. Decent player, actually.
No.
Is he linked to Leeds? That's AEW Wrestling, Titch. Oh, okay. Well, what does that stand for? American Entertainment. Yeah, what is AEW? I've never even heard of that organization. I've heard of WWE, WWF. Have you heard of that? AEW Wrestling. I've never heard of that. What does that stand for? So CB says 6. Not a great deal, Stu. Right, he says Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs, Newcastle, and Man United. Although God knows Man United will get there. Yeah, so he's saying all of them.
So it's Man U you're putting up there. All right. I think it's pretty hit and miss. It probably will though, because they say they're winning. They win games they shouldn't win anyway. And it could be right.
Oh, 1 minute. He played very well last game, though, Stu. Okay, is All Elite Wrestling. Okay. They're owned by the son of the guy who owns Fulham. Oh, Khan? Is it something Khan? Is that the Fulham guy? Right, here we go. Right, so I've got a feeling I said 2-2. But anyway, what did we predict for this last week? I've got a feeling.
Right, Bournemouth, Villa. Yeah. I got the 2 right. I bought nil 2. I said Villa to win 2-0. Larry to Villa win 3-1. Same as Stu, 3-1. A 2-1 from Wally. Close, no cigar. A 2-1 Villa win to Harms. 2-1 from Titch.
Oh my days! I thought I said 2.
To Bournemouth. He did pick Bournemouth to win it 2-1, and he was
Okay.
seconds away from getting it. CW went 2-1 to Villa.
You know what? As soon as you said that, then I remember last year. Then I thought actually it was a bit bold, but I said yeah, Villa and Bournemouth to win. Fuck's sake, that's why I thought it was a draw.
Yeah, well, you got closer. You got close. Only minutes.
All right. Right. Let's move on to the next game. Was Chelsea unpredictable? Chelsea 3, Brighton 2. Chelsea got a red card on 45 minutes, but managed to still score with 10 men, and then So anyway,
this is a sort of just typical Chelsea, isn't it? You know, 1 step forward, 1 step back. We don't know what's going on there.
Exactly.
But a good win. Great header by João Pedro, I wrote there, in that one of the goals. Really good header.
I haven't seen the goals in this game, actually.
Yeah. But there's one thing, there's one there, right? This is doing my head in with VAR crap, right? There's a guy takes a cross, out wide, and he bangs the ball in. And the guy's gone up like that with his hands in the air. It hits him square in the face, right?
Yeah.
Square in the face, and goes out for a corner. And everyone screams handball, as they do, right? So the VAR looking at it, and you see by the replays, it's just smashed him in the face, right? But the VAR sent the referee to the fucking monitor.
Oh my god! I haven't seen it.
Why?
And it hit him.
Why can't you just say to the ref, "Nah, hit him in the face, mate"? So he goes over the monitor and goes, "Yeah, it's a corner."
Huh?
Yeah. You know what I mean? It would do us. I don't know why they sent him to the monitor. I'm still scratching my head over this.
But yeah, one, it's just common sense, and two, they're trying to cut the time, VAR. But that there is why you sent. Yeah, I haven't seen it. You sent him over there. That's more time.
I can see it. The 3 guys who were ever in that VAR room. Are you telling me you can't see that's hit him in the face? Why can they not make a decision? Honestly, it's a fucking farce.
And they sent him over there to see.
Sent him over there, and then he just gave the corner. I don't know what. I think they're all panicking in these VAR. I don't know. No one wants to make a decision over anything.
That's comical, man. That really is. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but that's no. So once again, Chelsea are unpredictable, and Brighton is obviously they're not results-wise, they're not the same as last year, but performance-wise, did they look the same team to you as in last year?
No,
really,
not quite. But they're still scoring goals.
Yeah,
they're still putting in performances. They're Brighton. They're a tough team to beat. Now you've got to see Chelsea, but they've got a lot of talent, man. A lot of pace. That Mudryk was quick. From what I see of it, Who scored the goals for Chelsea?
Enzo Fernandez scored 2. One was a penalty, and Levi Colwer, who was on loan at Brighton last season, he also scored as well. And then Brighton, a new player, Facundo Bonanete or some, and then João Pedro. Yeah, so that's who scored. Wow. But another new name for Brighton scored as well.
Yeah.
Buonate. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but yeah, he scored as well.
Yeah.
Did you see his goal, that guy? Because that was just before.
Can't remember it, guys, to be honest.
Just before half time, which would have been 11. No, it wouldn't. That would have made it 2-1.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen that.
Struggling to remember it, to be honest.
But
I should watch a review show before I come on here to remind me of all these goals, because seems like ages ago.
It does seem like ages ago. It's only Tuesday today. It is Tuesday.
But yeah, this is Chelsea, don't it? Chelsea are going to win games, lose games. Really hard to know. Man. They're a strange sort of set-up team at the moment. Don't know what to get from them.
All right, everybody in the chat, including obviously you, Geezer. Who finishes higher out of these two teams this season? And this is the game that I thought Lawrence said 3-2, so we'll check that in a minute. But yeah, who do you think, everybody, who finishes higher out of Chelsea and Brighton this season?
I think Chelsea will. I think Chelsea will finish higher, and Brighton with their European escapades too. So I think they will, yeah.
Right. C-Dub says, the way I look at it, Villa are probably overperforming a bit and need to keep it up all season, and Man United are massively underperforming. It balance out some point, maybe.
Man United underperforming is a little bit of an understatement. Absolute shite. But like I say, and they're the same as Chelsea. Like the talent they got in the team, they've got to be better, and they might do better. I can see, Chelsea, they're so hit and miss, but they could go on a run, and start getting it right. Who knows? And Man United could do the same as well. They've got the players there. It just looks a bit of a mess at the moment.
Harmony says, wrestling is a fake acting experience with tickles and gymnastics. How can anyone like it? I'm not a wrestler. I don't follow wrestling at all.
Not my thing, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, I'm not a wrestling follower. Brighton are suffering with Europa. Disabled team. Stu, did you see that Paveda is going to be out for 3 games? He's been selected to play for Colombia in 2 friendlies. But when are those friendlies? I thought all the international things is finished now. Oh. Yeah, when? I thought all the international games, or is that just Europe? So I think he won't play for Colombia then. Right. Generally right. Wrestling is probably the most underrated art form. When it's awful, it's pretty awful. When it's great, there's nothing like it. It's even better live. It's obviously they're athletes and they are good at what they do. It's just I just never ever been but they're skilled in what they do.
Athletes, it's just not my thing.
Yeah, Parker's gonna let him play for them.
If there's mud and bikinis involved, I might give it a look.
Charlie, it's not an art form. It's real, says Wally. Chelsea Europa is crippling there. Oh, sorry. So Chelsea will finish above Brighton, says Stuart. Wally says Brighton will finish above Chelsea. Harmony says Brighton will finish above Chelsea. I can see Brighton finishing higher, but it'll have to be Chelsea. So sitting on the fence there. That was like a politician's answer, wasn't it? Because who did he say? You make sense of that. He's that's a politician, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they're going to draw. It's going to draw, and it's going to be a goal difference. That's what he said.
I don't begrudge anyone not liking wrestling, especially when some of the most famous stuff people will know is bloody awful. Yeah, if you don't follow it, and I know there's storylines and all of that stuff, so you have to be into it to actually get it. Yeah, you can't just. They are friendly, so I think they are bringing in fringe players to give them a tryout in the friendlies. Main ones don't seem to have been selected. Yeah, I wonder when that is, because I thought the internationals were finished for this year. Right, so like I said, I think Lawrence picked 3-2. What do we pick for this game, Geezer?
Right, Chelsea. Right. I went 2-0
to Chelsea.
Larry went 3-2.
I knew it.
He banged it. Stewie went 3-1. Unlucky. Wally went 2-1. Holmes went 2-2. Close. Titch 1-1. And CW went 2-2.
Remember I said, as soon as that finished that game, I thought, I swear Lawrence said 3-2. But yeah. Well, Lawrence is not here, so I'll have his points. Thank you. I'll have
I can't even pretend I've won any points this week. I'm not even close.
Chelsea will finish higher for the same reason I think Man United. In it. Yeah.
Plus, they've got the referees and VAR on their side. They'll be right.
Yeah, I thought Brighton would struggle this year, but not struggle, but just not be the exact same.
No, I don't think. I think with Europe and all that, I mean, if they finish in the top 8, they'll be happy enough.
Right, listen. The order I've got has got West Ham second to last. I'm going to put us next because the next 2 is Liverpool 4, Fulham 3, and Man City 3. So yeah, I'm not. No, let's just get this out of the way. West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 1. Can I just say, Mavropanos, what the hell are you doing? Like, seriously, like, what are you doing? Once again, West Ham is just horrible to watch. and then, you know, the one game we might finally get another clean sheet, we just give a goal away. Like, you understand? Like, it's poor performance. You think, you know, sometimes you think, you know what, at the end of the day, with West Ham, we've got used to poor performances, but, you know, 3 points where possible. That should have been that, and then we give them a goal. So you've just endured all that trash, watching all that crap, and we don't even get the 3 points out of it. But yeah, what was your? I'm trying to think the time wise. Did you get up for that game? Did you watch it?
Did I bollocks? That was actually it was a midnight kickoff, and I got to 11 o'clock. I went, yeah, I'm not. I just knew what was coming. I just knew I was going to be bored shitless. And I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, as I do, and I watched it. I just, fuck me, didn't want to watch it. I'll tell you what, it just got worse as the game went on.
Yeah.
It was just such a bore fest. And not just from West Ham, from them as well. They were crap. There was just nothing in the game. I just didn't enjoy it, you know. Yeah. The one shining light was Kudos. He was busy all the time, and he done well. And it was a good goal. It was a great ball out from Ward-Prowse, Soufal. Soufal, again, another assist. Picked him out. You know, no just putting the ball in the box, hope someone gets on the end of it. He picked him out, and he came in. Got lucky because the keeper should have saved it. Yeah. Simple as that. A little deflection, but he should have saved it. But great goal. Should we kick on from there? Yeah. It went into... boring, but look at this. They were there for the taking. They had one save to make, the keeper, which was that Bowen went the through ball that he kicked into his hands. He just, and a header from Bowen near the end where he just picked it out of the air. You know, that was it. That's all the keeper did all the game. I can't remember Areola doing it. Nothing.
No saves.
Just nothing. Mavropanos had a decent game because he didn't have a great deal to do anyway. He had a decent game until that. What are you doing? How can you be a centre half and not understand if you pass it that way and there's a player there, you're going to pass it to him? What are you doing? It's a terrible mistake. Absolute terrible mistake.
Awful.
They never looked like scoring. They had that period between 45 and 55 when they come out for the second half where they could have scored 2 or 3, like if it ball had gone right for it. And they did get the one in the end that we gave to them. But that was it. And once they'd scored it, Palace just sat and offered nothing else. It was rubbish. Absolute rubbish game to watch. I just wrote under the word shite. It was just shite. And this is every week now. We're watching absolute dross. See, Paqueta, he needs a good kick in the nuts. Right? I don't give a shit how good he is. He's another one. Right, falling over, rolling around, giving stupid balls away. I don't mind when he loses the ball to a pass that's going to split a defence. But he's not. He's trying to be too clever on the ball. He's trying to mug off players, and he's getting caught and putting us under pressure. It's not good enough what he's doing. Yeah. I don't believe Pep Guardiola could watch that and go, he's a player for me. He wouldn't put up with that, what he's doing. It's not good enough. It's rubbish. And yet again, we stick Bowen up front against 2 decent centre-halves with Palace.
He can't play with his back to goal. Bowen is not a back to goal striker.
No. I mean, that to me is an absolute pointless thing to do. It's not going to work. And you could see, until they moved him out to the right, he was not in the game at all.
Yeah.
By that one long pass, I mean, it was Maguire that got him behind him. So the only time. And he looked more like something was going to happen when they went out to the right. And he kept switching. I don't know where Paqueta was. He was on the left. He was in the middle. He's on the... And then, even though I thought when they brought on Fornal at the 87th minute or whatever, he did bring a spark to it. But to me, it was set up to bring Cornet on for that after he'd done okay in the, that great assist he had in the Euro. He could have brought Cornet, give him some minutes, as a reward. Yeah. But no.
Nothing.
Oh man.
Right. I'm going to ask you. This is a serious question, yeah. Serious question. So, if you had the choice between watching, like you chose before this game, I ain't watching that. So let's say it was West Ham v. Trying to think, Fulham, yeah, or where you was working. Remember the last time you was working away, and it was a long old. You for that one day in that hot weather, you drive there, you do your day's work, you come back unpaid. What would you pick?
Well,
Would you pick a day out or watching paint dry? Like what
what would I pick? It wouldn't be West Ham at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I'll tell you what sort of sums up for me and young Kieran James here, right? When we did have that scene where we finished 6th or 7th, and the counter-attacking game was working, and all the players were on it. Bowen was doing well, Antonio was scoring goals, Souček was first. It was enjoyable. Soufal was doing that. Rice was becoming the player we knew he would be. Bonner was superb at the back. Fabianski was having we were getting up at whatever it was, midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, to watch the games and looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Now, Kieran went to work that morning. He didn't stay up. He went to work early that morning. He left here at 5:30. And at their lunch day, he can watch it on his phone. And he didn't even watch it then. Mm. He went straight to the Man City Tottenham game to watch.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at. He weren't interested in watching it.
Nah.
All he did is clicked on the phone and watched the 2 goals. And that was it. That's what Moyes has done to me lately, and not just him, some of the players as well. But watching this dross is just killing me, Judge. Yeah, I'm struggling to watch it. You know what I mean? And I don't get that much satisfaction of beating Burnley in the last minute. I don't. When I've watched 85 minutes of absolute rubbish, I don't take much enjoyment out of it. Some people will. That's down to them. I like to see a little bit or something. That's exciting. And it was there for a while. It's not there anymore. It worked last season. We're lucky we had the bit of excitement of Europe.
Yeah.
To compensate for that. But in the league, it was dross. And here we are this season, it's dross. By 1 or 2 games. And I didn't see it getting any better.
Let me just acknowledge kudos, because he's play in the build-up to his own goal was fantastic as well. He received the ball in the middle, held onto it, beat a player. He didn't panic, put it out wide, and then he continued his run into the box. And going back to another terrible performance in Europe, but once again, Thomas Souček pops up with the vital winner. And we said it last week when he scored a win against Burnley. All the people that was hating on him, I just wonder if the energy is the same. Are they giving him the praise he deserves? And he's scoring winning goals.
They probably are.
Yeah,
probably.
I mean, that was a whole nother competition. But once again, it was a terrible performance, and we straight to
I love that the European game. Jeez, that was even worse, wasn't it? It was. We're playing an absolute bunch of amateurs out there, right? That one of our players is worth more than that whole team and their stadium probably. And then people saying, "Oh, we did leave a few players out." What's it got to do with anything? What's it got to do with anything? We got the players there to actually tear them apart.
Yeah.
Right. Freiburg did it, and then Freiburg go on and beat Olympiacos
5-0.
5-0.
Yeah.
They know how to put a team to the sword when they're not that good, right? And what we do? Lose against Olympiacos and just about beat them?
Just about beat them, yeah.
You know what I mean? What are we doing there? To go to this amateur team out there, and that's what I'm going to call them, an amateur team, compared to what we are.
Yeah.
And to make it hard and rely on a Thomas Souček finish right at the death. Good goal, too. Good ball in from corner. But that whole game was terrible.
Again.
Just terrible. Again. And Palace again.
Right, let me get the comments, and then we'll go to our predictions. Titch using Kieran's rules, love it. Right, let me just catch up. West Ham won the first half, Palace won the second. Mavropano, such a shame because he probably did okay overall and was brilliant in Europe. But my God, just look when you pass, man. Yeah, it was so lethargic, almost like I would say pre-season friendly. But you're competing to try and retain your place in the team once Zuma's back, and that was just awful. took her granddaughter to her first ever game to the London Stadium. Oh, big shout out to Harmony. She took her granddaughter to her first ever game to the London Stadium. Harmony the Hammer.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
cool.
What game was that, Harmony? This game? Poor, yeah, that would have kept the baby asleep.
Yeah, knocked that straight away.
I was there on Sunday. I took my 8-year-old granddaughter. She loved it. Cost me a fortune in the shop, and she got a code from Danny Dyer. She's smitten and won't stop singing Bubbles.
Really?
Converted.
She got a cuddle from Danny Dyer. Danny Dyer Daddy, I take it.
Well,
Well
I was going
done.
to say which Danny. Yeah, Daddy one. Harmony. More money so we can buy some players. Thanks, Harmony. Says Wally. Good thinking.
Yeah.
Right.
That's great.
Wally, I stopped at Peach World driving back to Florida. I got a peach wine to open West Ham win a trophy. I got a Peach World in Florida.
Peach World there.
I got a peach wine to open. Oh, when West Ham win a trophy.
Right. Crack it open, Charlie boy, yeah.
The prices are very expensive. I couldn't believe them.
Really?
I'll send pic to Tick. Yeah, send me the picture. Send it now, and I'll try and. Oh, you have done. Thank you. You just sent it, I think. I'll try and put it in here. No, we'll put it in here. Oh wow! Look, Wally World and Peach World. That's crazy. So Wally World and then Peach combined. I'm gonna put this up in a minute. That's crazy. Brilliant, CB. I've driven by and seen the big sign, but I have to stop. I'm gonna put it on here, CB. Just let me get through these. I don't think we're worse than previously, but expectations have risen now, and we just aren't matching that. Players need to improve a lot. Mabama needs to be included more. Simple things. Yeah, Wally, it was a cool little place. That's crazy, isn't it? Geezer, when I show you this, it's Georgia Peach World. You know, Wally's is Wally World and Peach. Yeah, that's the name of the actual. I'll put it up there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Wally, it was a cool little place to see. They have all kind of stuff made from peach. Love it, CB. And CB says she's a hammer now. Right, let me put this in.
Yeah, I think so. That's it.
Hold on. Right, so Kieran, what did we pick for these scores? I'm sure somebody picked.
Right. Oh yeah, we got. What do we got here? I know what I picked.
I'm sure somebody picked.
What we got here? I picked 2-1 to Palace.
Oh.
Larry picked 2-1 to West Ham. Stu went 2-2. Got close, mate. Got the draw. 2-1 to Wally, said West Ham. 2-1. Harm said West Ham. Titch, you went 3-1 Palace. There you go.
Palace?
And
oh, shit.
CW 1-1.
He got it, yeah?
He got a game.
That's free. I knew
That's
someone
free.
picked 1-0. I knew someone picked 1-0 for that game. Right, so I've got that. Let me put this on the screen. It's crazy. It's crazy that, yeah, it's these two combined. Let me get it. It's going to be in the middle of us two. One sec. It's Wally World and Peach. Peach World.
There you go. Peach World. Yeah, we got a place up here like a big banana because, you know, it's a big, Queensland's a big banana country, you know, growing bananas. So you can go to their sort of banana world if you like, called Big Banana. That's great. Well, that could be sitting in your cupboard for a long while, Charlie boy. Wait for that trophy.
Yeah, just crack it open for the European thing. For the love of peaches. That must be their slogan. But thanks for that, Charlie. Appreciate that. Let me. So CW's got. Oops. Let me go back to here. Let me go here. She's a hammer now. Boom. CW. So that's free. You free, right? And there's two more. I don't think you would have picked the next two though, not them scores. So he got. No. I'm gonna say he got 3 out of 10 because I don't think no one picked.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think anyone's picking the scores of them other games. Like 3 out of 10 sets. I've got none out of about 40.
Yeah. Harmony says, "Wow, that is just incredible." Obviously, talking about the wine, the photo. Wally World. Sometimes, very, very rarely. I know what I'm talking about. Very, very rarely.
Yeah, just got lucky. Got lucky. Wait, you did say to CW last night you were going to pick 2-1 to Palace, weren't you? Like I did. But I think reined it in.
I think CB was giving C Dub the score.
You can thank Mavropanos for that result,
Yeah.
Charlie.
Right, so we've got 2 more games, and they were crackers when it comes to scores and goals. Right, so we will start with this one. Liverpool 4, Fulham 3. How much of this game did you watch? How impressed were you by Fulham or by Liverpool? Or it's another one I haven't seen the highlights for this either.
I watched the 25-minute highlight. I didn't think it would be a great game. I thought Liverpool would be coasting it. Fulham have been struggling to score goals all season, haven't they?
Yeah.
And next week they come up with 3.
And 3 in the last game against Wolves.
Yeah, goals are going in. 2 penalties last week, which I thought, it'd be a one-off. But they've scored 3 again. But there's some bangers in this game, mate. The goals for Liverpool. Jesus Christ. I think there was 3 top corners. 3 of Liverpool's goals. Top corner in the same corner.
Wow.
Right, it's unbelievable. That one by McAllister. I wrote down McAllister. What? That reminded me of the Lanzini goal against Tottenham when we drew 4-4 in the last second. It reminded me of that. It was bangs, mate. Just top corner. Absolutely fantastic.
I heard about that, but I ain't seen it, but I heard that he scored a bang.
Oh, that's worth watching, mate. And who's the other guy there? And he put it in the same top corner.
Yep.
And then
a minute later.
And then was it Alexander Arnold's free kick? This is what we want Ward Prowse to do. But I'd imagine Arnold's not. Did he get the goal?
Yeah. So basically, yes, because Leno scored an own goal in 20 minutes, but the Trent got the goal in 88. I'm just looking at the thing.
No, it's an own goal. This goal is an own goal, isn't it?
Oh, the first goal was an own goal. Was it Trent that shot that?
No, this was a free kick. They hit the underside of the bar, came out and hit the keeper on the back of the head and went in.
Yeah, that's
What? Great free kick.
Was it Trent?
Yeah, Trent. Absolute banger of a free kick. That's just hit the bar, came back, hit the keeper and went in. So great free kick. But
what was his winner? Then?
Yeah, he banged it as well. Yeah, another good goal.
Was a banger as well. So it would have been 4 bangers if that free kick weren't an goal.
The Arnold winner didn't look as good as the other 3, but it's still a good finish.
Still a good goal.
He still hit it well, and good goal. But great goal. Fulham kept popping away and nicking goals here and there. Can't remember who scored for them. I remember one from the old Liverpool boy.
Yeah, I was about to say ex-Liverpool. Kenny Tete, 45 plus 3, and then Bobby D. Cordova-Reid put them ahead.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was a good goal. I had that at the back post, climbed over the centre. What was he? The left back. Yeah, came in, little chipped up to the back post, and he came flying in, banged it in. Good goal.
Yeah.
They looked like it was going to get the draw out of it for them. They done well. And bang, there you go. Arnold comes up with a winner.
See, the thing is, obviously the saying in football, you're most vulnerable when you score, but it was the opposite for Liverpool. They scored on 87 to make it 3-3, and then scored on 88 to make it 4-3. So Fulham kind of Yeah, you got to. If they're going to make it 3-3, fine, it's expected. But you can't let them score straight away. But obviously, Liverpool. But
I will say this: they had the reserve keeper in, didn't they, Liverpool?
Yeah,
Kelleher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think 2 of them goals were. You could ask questions from him. Yeah.
See,
for sure.
And that's
it makes a massive difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. So they kind of got through that then, if that's the case. And I'm not sure how long Alisson's out either. Right. CB says, I'll crack it open if England or West Ham win. Oh, well, that's going to be a very... what's the word when it's years and years?
It'd be vintage.
Vintage, it'd be a vintage wine. Oh, look, that's what Harmony said. That is going to be a very, very vintage wine by the time you open it. Then got to run. Cheers all. See you later, C-Dub. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Take the win and piss off.
Yeah, exactly. Because he knows he ain't got these ones. Latest, Mr. Walsh. 20 years or more. latest twin. Right, so I know none of us picked this as a score, but somebody probably picked Liverpool to score 4 goals. What did we pick for this game?
Yeah, I know. I nearly Liverpool 5, Fulham 0. I put got close to 4. Larry said 3-0. Stewie had the number 4-0.
Yeah.
2-1 Wally. Hard as well 5-0. You went 4-0. And CW went 4-1. So yeah, no one else gave Fulham getting 3 goals. But
right. Yeah. Harmony says Alisson will be back in a couple of games time. Nothing serious, unlike Nick Pope.
Yeah, he's gone, hasn't he? Forgot about him.
And apparently they are looking to bring in either or some of the people they're looking at is David De Gea potentially, Aaron Ramsdale potentially. So yeah, they're looking to bring in. Yeah,
David De Gea wouldn't be a bad shout from.
Yeah, especially short term.
Arsenal ain't letting bloody Ramsdale go on after this morning's performance by Raya. I'll tell you.
Right, so once again, the final game had a lot of goals and drama. Yeah, we get to this one because there was a decision I think is just embarrassing. But anyway, right, let me get to this one. Man City 3, Spurs 3. I think that's Man City's 3rd Premier League draw in a row. Is that right? They're letting in goals. I did say at the start of the season, I've got a feeling that they will drop off maybe 10% because they won everything, which is a natural thing. But they do look like it's not perfect at City. Because they're letting in. You remember it was 4 goals against Chelsea the week before. So how much of this game did you watch? And what's your thoughts basically on Man City overall? Or more recently?
Yeah. No, this is a game I wanted to watch more than I did West Ham's. Just to see what old Big Ange is going to do this time. And again, he went with the 4 fullbacks, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he just carries on, mate. He just carries on playing the way he wants them to play. And in that first half was disastrous.
Yeah.
It was fucking hell, man. They could have been 4-1 down, 4 or 5. The chances they missed Man City in the first half. But like I say, they started well. Spurs scored a good goal. I mean, the keeper again, and then that one he weren't at his best for that shot. I thought he could have saved it.
Yeah.
They went 1-0 up, but then Man City started doing their thing, and they just pounded them. And I think Haaland missed 2 sitters. He missed 2 sitters, and they kept giving the ball away, trying to bring it outside. Got caught so many times, man. But that game should have been put to bed at half time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. They were still in it. Yeah. So it was a mental first half. But it was so entertaining. It was end to end, and just there were chances after chances after chances. And then it comes to the second half, and he changed it. But the Big Ange, he brought on Højbjerg, and it made a hell of a difference. Really hell of a difference. And they got back into it then, didn't they? Did it go to 2-2?
Was it 2-2? Let me get my phone. Where is my phone? Where's my phone? That's it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Did it go 3-1 or did it go 2-2? Let me check. No, I think it went 2-2, I'm sure it did.
Yeah, I think it did.
Oh, sorry. I'm so stupid. Wait, it's on the screen. Wait. Son put them ahead. They went boom. 31-8. Yeah, so then 31 minutes Phil Foden. 69 Lo Celso. Grealish on 81. Yeah, so that made it 2-2, sorry. It went to 2-2. Lo Celso made it 2-2. And then Grealish scored on 81. And then Kulusevski on 90.
Yeah, again, they were 2-1 up, Man City, sort of coasting, but they were looking dangerous every time they broke with the ball. And fucking bright. They were taking on the midfield of Man City, trying to pass it round them, trying to beat them. And on that occasion, it did. And that Lo Celso picks it up, mate, and bangs it, off the post. Keeper gets a bit of a hand to whip, not enough. Goes off the post, and then it was 2-2 out of nowhere. And you think, shit. And they looked in the game then. But again, they tried to play it out from the back. Well, just after half time, they played one out from the back, and the keeper cocked up, and he pulled off a brilliant save, the Spurs keeper. But this, I think it was Basuma this time, gave it away. When he had easier options than what he was trying to do. And that's when Ireland bangs it across for Grealish to tap it in. So he really fought 3-2. That was the end of it.
Yeah.
You walked that with it. Now, I've done well to get back to 2-2. You didn't think they'd be able to come back again, but they did. They kept going. They kept pushing. It was an exciting game to watch. And a cracking ball in from that Brennan Johnson.
Yeah, it was.
And my God, Kulusevski come flying in against Ake. I just put his body straight over and muscled him out of it. And I think it more of his shoulder than his head. And hits the underside of the bar, goes in. 3-all. Yeah. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable game.
And then we have, what do you make of the decision? Right, Haaland gets fouled, and middle of the pitch. He plays the advantage, and after the advantage, Haaland gets up, recovers, puts him through, then he blows. Can you explain to me? Can anybody explain to me why would you do that? Yeah, because I don't. Now,
when you see the referee gestured to play an advantage, he gestured it, play on. And then once he played the ball through, then he blows his whistle. I can't understand. I was delighted, mind you. Delighted. Oh, man. It was funny as. Oh, it's bad. I'll tell you, it's getting bad because I am rooting for Spurs.
Yeah. That's how bad it is.
Because of my affiliation of Big Ange. And the way they play. I'm really enjoying watching Tottenham. Every game they play, win or lose. I'm enjoying watching what they're doing. And, to have that many players missing and still play that and go toe-to-toe with Man City. That is, it's unbelievable. Like I said, Ange said it afterwards. He said, look, we could have been out of sight by half-time, but we weren't. The 1-all was still in it. And that's why he changed it. And I thought in the second half, they deserved the draw. And it's just excitement after excitement. But to finish the end of it, Grealish through, now Davis might have stopped him. He might have not ended up getting a shot. He's not the quickest, Grealish. So we don't know whether it would have ended up in the goal. But trying to understand that referee, I think he had a good game. But I can't understand why you'd play an advantage, then blow the whistle, unless that ball had been given away, which it hadn't.
Yeah,
I just don't understand. Only he can answer that. I don't understand.
I said to somebody today, I said, look, if he would have blown the whistle instantly, a couple of people might have said, oh, you maybe should have played on. And, that's just human error. It's your natural instinct to blow the whistle. What he done makes no sense to me. You understand? It makes no sense because Haaland had to get up, recover the ball, and then put in a through ball. Then you blew the whistle. Yeah, it baffled me.
It was a great through ball by Haaland too. Lovely ball over the top.
Yeah, it's just strange.
I don't understand it now. I don't understand. There you go. What do you say? These referees, man. But again, I don't agree with Ireland losing his shit at the end and going bonkers on social media, slagging him off and all. Really.
Down on social media, yeah.
Apparently so, yeah. And right. At the end of the day, Ireland, you have a good look at yourself, mate. Exactly. I'm a big fan of Ireland, but you missed 2 sitters.
Deflection,
the game should have been won at half time, but you missed 2 sitters. So really, you want to have a good look at yourself. Why the result was the result? Because if you bang them away, Tottenham wouldn't get back into that. It would have been 3 or 4-1 at half time. That's what it should have been.
Yeah.
But it won't. And you can look at yourself for that one. So
right, I've got a question for you and Harmony and Charlie and Stuart. I think that's who's still here. Right, let me just read the comments. They should get the hair until the end of the season. Talking about Newcastle, I think. Yeah. Saka would get a hat trick. He got 2 and assist. I got close. Right, I think Saka. I think would get a hat trick. He got 2 and an assist. I got close. Oh, Son. Sorry. Oh yeah, I remember she said she needs him, Patrick. He thought there was no advantage. I think he thought the defender had caught up with Grealish. It was a mistake. About time Cheaty had a decision against it. Right.
Yeah.
Let me right. And when I heard Michael Owen say this, I thought, right, I want to ask Kieran this when we go live. And obviously, whoever else is still here, Charlie Boy's still here, Harmony's still here, Stuart, I believe, is still here, right? Michael Owen has said football now is more about athletes rather than, the real technical players. No, he said, look, if you put, I think he might have even put his own name in there, but he said if you put R9, if you put Thierry Henry in that Man City team, they'll score more goals than Haaland. Do you? Right. You've been following football for a longer time. Do you believe that, in general, we're losing the technique and the quality all around, and it's more about creating athletes? I think he's got a point. Michael Owen talks rubbish.
No, he has got a point.
I really do think, where is the Zinedine Zidane in world football now? Where is the Diego Maradonas? Where are the R9s? Where are the Henrys? Of course, Mbappe is a really good player, but I would say his main trait, it's his pace. Haaland. Yeah, he's an animal. He's a robot. He's a beast, but he's very limited. We spoke about this as well. He's limited in certain things.
Absolutely.
What is your thoughts? Are it more about athleticism now rather than what we was accustomed to in regards to talent?
I go back to a great nephew of mine. He came out here, visited me for a little while. God, could be 15 years ago, Titch. And he was actually a youth player at, he went for trials there at Palace for the youth team and all that. And he said, especially the black kids that were there, he said, Kieran, I couldn't keep up with them. He said, they're athletes.
Yeah.
Exactly what he said to me. They are so quick. He said, they're not necessarily the best footballers. He said, I think I'm a better footballer than a lot of them, but I can't keep up with them. They're just too quick. Yeah. He said, and a lot of them, do athletics as well as football. They're sprinters. And they're turning them into footballers.
Yeah.
Rather than them being natural footballers, playing the game. And that was his point. He said, I just could not keep up. He said, especially the black kids. He said, they were so quick. Yeah. He said, and they are, Yeah. We go back to the Olympics. When it comes to the 100 metres, mate, there's not many white men going to win that. No, they're quicker and they're faster, isn't they? And he said, wow. He said, it didn't matter how good I was on the ball. I just couldn't get past these players because they were so quick. And when they come up against it, they're knocking the ball past you, running past you. And he said, he said the training is more about the athletic side and then turn them into footballers than it is the other way around.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder. And that's, a long time ago. Could be 15 years ago. And I think that's what we've got here. They are athletes. They're not necessarily the most gifted players.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a big point in that. Do you have to be that good? Or do you have to be you look at fullbacks now. Fullbacks ain't, renowned. It ain't all about their defenders, whether they can get up across the ball, whether they can get up and down the pitch, how quick they can be, or how athletic they can be to do that for 90 minutes. Yeah. And you see Tufel's not that gifted, but he's forever up and down that line, man. Yeah. Arnold does it at Liverpool. Robertson does it at Liverpool. All these people now have got great engines on them, more so than technical ability. Now, some have got ability, like Arnold, who can ping a ball anywhere, so can Robertson. But, there's a lot to be said for that. We're not producing creative players as much. I think I reckon there's probably loads of these players in these youth teams with real creative, good players who go by the wayside because they just can't keep up.
Yeah.
So, it makes you wonder, mate, doesn't it?
Right. Stuart said, I think Owen's got a valid point. Harmony says, I love watching Saka, Elise, Kudos, Isak, etc. all the time. Pure skill. Haaland is just a robotic myth. Needs to stick to driving tractors. Now, if you think about what Owen said, I'm just going to use R9, Ronaldo, and Henry. If you put them in this City team in this modern era where the tackling is you're not allowed really to do too much, and, it's a foul and all of that. I mean, do you agree with him? They would score more goals than Haaland in that City team in this day and age?
More. Yeah, they'll be up there anyway. They will. They'll create more as well.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Not Messi would create more as well, score more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Thierry Henry was a great player, wasn't he? He was an athlete as well as a finisher. You know, he was both. Like I say, Haaland is just your out and out up front. He ain't a particularly great player. But he's just an out and out finisher, and he's in a team that just gives him chance after chance after chance.
Yeah,
you know, any great centre forward is going to do well in that City team. Yeah. You keep producing it, but again, he missed 2 sitters in that game, and that's really they're his bread and butter. We normally finish at least one of them.
Yeah,
he didn't. But you could not compare Haaland to the likes of Messi and Ronaldo. No. They're far better players. They're far better players. I mean, off the charts, far better. But when you've got a team that creates and gives you that many chances, you want to play like Haaland to score.
Yeah, you do need a goal scorer, and they was lacking that. Right. Kane would have scored double the amount. He can play unlike. I was going to mention Harry Kane. You know, I believe he's a I would say in this day and age he's a world-class striker. But then so is Haaland because of, like I said, the modern game. But yeah, I would pick me personally. I would rather have a Kane in my team than a Haaland. You know, me and Kieran spoke about this. You know, would you rather be an Alvarez if you was inside of them or a Haaland? We want to be Alvarez. He's more technical. He's more involved in the build-up and all of that. And I've also said that. Yeah.
Do you know, even when Pep Guardiola got hold of Haaland, he was. I remember seeing him shouting at him, "Stop just sitting up there waiting for the ball. I want you to come deep. I want you to receive just like Kane does. Receive it, use it, and then move." You know, and I've seen him doing it in games, and you could see the commentators. They highlighted Pep's thing, telling him, "Get back. Don't just sit there. Just come to the centre of the half circle and receive." And if you look at that last move at the end there, exactly what he did, where he got fouled, but he tapped the ball and then played the through ball.
That was in the middle of the pitch. He actually got fouled
exactly, and that's what Pep Guardiola has been teaching him to do. That adds to his game. So he's doing it, and he did play a bloody good ball over the top too, Grealish.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So he has got a part of that in his game, but that's being taught now, I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Haaland has missed some sitters even against us, says Wally. Kane over Haaland, says Stuart. For a giant, he goes down like a lightweight and cries like a baby. Right. So.
And he looks like a Cabbage Patch doll. Yeah.
What did we pick for this game? And then we'll move on, you lot, to the remaining 8 fixtures where we do our predictions. And Wally's still here, which is good. So we should have.
Yeah, I win this one because I did say City would score 3. Yeah. So 3-1, I win.
Yep, you win. 25.
Larry said 4-1. Stu said 4-2. Wally said 2-1. Harms went 3-1 to Tottenham. So she got the 3 right for Tottenham. Well done. Titch went 3-1.
Yeah.
And CW went 3-1. So, yeah. There's a few of us went 3-1. We got the 3-1, but not the draw.
Right, so that's wrapped that up. Okay, good. Wally says he's back. He was doing a washing up. I'm glad you're back, Wally. Right, so we've got 8 games because 2 games was played tonight. I haven't even put them in here. I'll just read it out and we get through them. Right, so the first game is.
Hang on, I've got to get right in here and all that nonsense now. Get busy. Organise me desk.
Right, so whilst Kieran.
Right then, give me the first game.
The first game is Brighton v Brentford, which is tomorrow. Brighton v Brentford, everybody. So we've got 8 games. Brighton v Brentford. Right, let me move that thing off. I don't know. CB is still here. Let me get this back. Brighton v Brentford. Brighton v Brentford. Brighton. That's a tough one. So, yeah, it's very hard, that one. Either way.
Brighton versus Brentford. I'm going to go 2-2.
I was going to sit on the fence as well, but I'm going to say Brighton 2, Brentford 1. But this game could literally go either way.
Yeah, I think it could.
I'm going to say 2-1 Brighton. But I'm
Them being at home might have been a better pick, actually.
Right, let's see what these have said. Right, Wally says 1-0 Brighton.
Yeah.
And Harmony and Stuart have both said 2-2, like you.
Wow.
So you got all that, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, the next game, everybody, is Crystal Palace v Bournemouth. Palace v Bournemouth. Palace v Bournemouth.
Palace, oh, God. It's so crap.
It's tough. I'm gonna go again. 2-1 home victory. Palace 2, Bournemouth 1. Oh, good. Charlie boy's here. Right, going back to the. No, he's just done this. No, yeah, going back to the first game, Geezer. Charlie has said 2-1 Brighton. And then Charlie, just give us your score for the next one, which is Palace v Bournemouth. Right. So
I've gone 2-1 as well.
2-1 to Palace. Yeah. All right. I'll tell you the other scores. Stuart says 2-1 Bournemouth. So 1-2.
All right.
Harmony says 1-0. Wally says 1-0 Palace. And Charlie Boy says 1-0 as well.
Yeah, I think there could be that draw is probably favourite as well. You know that.
Yeah. Right. Next game is Fulham v Nottingham Forest.
Jesus, some crap games on, isn't there?
Fulham have scored 3 times in the last 2 games against Wolves and then Liverpool. So they're in goal scoring form. Forest have lost 1-0 at home to Everton, if that helps anybody. What are you saying for this one?
1-1. I'm gonna draw.
Right, you're saying 1-0. Stuart says 0-0.
Stuart. It's actually gone again. I told you there's no 0-0s in this Premier League anymore. Shoot. Doesn't happen, mate. VAR, penalties, cheating.
Yeah, 0-0 is rare. Right, Harmony says Fulham 1, Forest 2.
1-2.
Yeah.
I almost did that, so.
Wally says 1-0 to Fulham. Wait, Charlie's just from that game. So we're waiting on CB, and I'm going to pick mine as well. Right. One day I will get 0-0 right, says Stuart. So we went CB. I'm going to go right. Fulham v Forest. This is a hard one to call, man.
So I can't pick this. That's why I've gone. I don't think Fulham keep scoring 3 goals. Let's put it that way.
No.
So
I'm gonna go. I can't go 2-1 again, so I'm gonna go 2-0 Fulham because otherwise I would have said 2-1 for every game. I'm gonna say 2-0 Fulham. I'm not too confident in that. Right. Okay.
Charlie
0-0. 0-0 fans turn to cricket. No, sorry, that might not be score actually. Charlie, what are you picking for Fulham and Forest? That might not be score. This is 0-0 fans turn to cricket. Yeah, Charlie, what's your prediction for Fulham v Forest? Yeah, I can't say 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. CB? What?
Stop.
Oh. All right, here we go. Oh, no, he is saying 0-0. He is. Sorry, I thought you was... Yeah, he's sticking... Yeah, he's saying 0-0. Same as Stuart then.
Right.
All right, this one here. This should be a foregone. Sheffield United v Liverpool.
Jesus.
Sheffield United, Liverpool, everybody. Sheffield United have let in 14 games, they've let in 39 goals.
Fuck
Damn.
me.
And they've only scored 11.
Martin, this is the pick a number
Yeah.
game, isn't it? Pick a number.
You would think. New manager, by the way, as well. Chris Wilder's back. They're at home. Not that counts for much. So remember, they might have the new manager bounce. So
yeah, new manager bounce. It'll only be 4-0 instead of 6. So
yeah.
I'm going
3-0. I'm going 3-0.
You going 3-0?
3-0 Liverpool.
I'll go 4.
Harmony says 6-0 Liverpool.
Oh shit, I've got it the wrong way around and all, haven't I?
What you said?
Neil, hang on. Neil 3. Of course, Harmony Neil 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuart Neil 6.
I think this new manager is going to have a 10-man defence, mate. I'll tell you that now on his first game. So,
Wally says Neil 5. And then lastly, CB says 4-0, but he must be talking about Liverpool.
Yeah. So
4-0 to Liverpool. So no one's even give Sheffield United a goal. Out of all of us picking, no one's even giving them a goal.
No, I can't see it. Can't see it, man.
Imagine if we are all wrong. Right, so the next game. Ooh. Aston Villa at home to Manchester City.
Ooh.
They have had 3 draws in a row, haven't they, City? Let me double check.
Yeah, they've got a.
Yeah, oh shit, they've had 4 in all competitions. So they drew 4 with Chelsea in the league, 1-1 with Liverpool. No, sorry, they beat Leipzig. Ignore that. Yeah, 3 Premier League draws in a row. And in the process,
but they're 2-0 down against Leipzig too, weren't they?
Yep. And I think Leipzig had a goal disallowed, maybe. No, they didn't.
I'm giving Villa a goal. I'm going to still go for them.
Yeah, so Aston Villa v Man City, everyone.
I'm going to go 3-1 to City.
Right, so is Stuart. He said 3-1 as well. Harmony says Villa 3, City 1. CB has said City 3, Villa 1.
CB has, yeah.
Yeah, he's going for City 3-1. Wally is giving Villa a 1-0 victory. Have you picked already, Kieran?
Yeah, I went 3-1 as well. 3-1 to City. Up to you.
I'm going to say Villa 2, City 3.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, 2-3. Right, that's okay. And then the last game for tomorrow, and then we've got 2 more on Thursday, is another big game. Man United v Chelsea.
Jesus.
Man United, Chelsea, everyone.
Right, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Two of the most inconsistent teams there. I just don't know what they are. That's a tough one to pick.
I don't think, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right, hold on. So Stuart says 2-1 to Chelsea. 1-2. Wally says 1-0 to Man United. Harmony also says 2-2. That you? And CB says 2-1 Chelsea. Stuart says his internet is playing up. yeah, we'll be on literally a couple minutes, Stu. So hopefully you're good because we've only got 2 more games. Right. So on Thursday.
If he can't get through, he can send me him in that WhatsApp and I'll write him in later.
Thursday, one sec.
Send me on WhatsApp.
Thursday. Have I missed something? Thursday. Hold on a minute. Wednesday is here.
Should be 2 more, isn't there?
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Oh, they're here. Right.
There's Thursday games, isn't there?
Yeah. This was wrong.
We've got
Anyway,
West Ham.
Yeah. So we're the last game. So the first game on Thursday is Everton v Newcastle. Everybody. Mine too, Stu, must be out, but not out net. Yeah, it must be. Because this sort of time, your internet should be fine. There's less people using it. Right, Everton v Newcastle. Why do you keep going back there?
Yeah, it's one or the other for me.
Everton v Newcastle. Let me think.
A lot of games for Newcastle, man. A lot of games, but still, I can't back Everton. I'm going to go 2-0 to Newcastle.
Harmony says 3-0 to Newcastle. Stuart says 2-2 Newcastle without Pope. Wally says 1-0 to Everton. CB says 3-1 to Newcastle. Ah, man. Everton v Newcastle. Everton, I think, will score. I'm going to say 1-0. Yeah, 1-0.
Possibly. That could happen.
Right, you lot, the last game, dreading this. Big Angie's Tottenham at home to woeful West Ham. Yeah, we've seen the way they like to play as well. Yeah, Spurs v West
The
Ham.
only thing I could say about this game is this should suit us. This should suit us then.
Should.
Because they'll be sitting deep West Ham and counter-attacking. It should. If you can get, if you could play like we did against Brighton with the counter-attacking, but the trouble is you haven't got Antonio. So it's hard. Yeah, I'm clutching at straws here, but
yeah.
What's Harmony going like 4-2?
4-2 to Spurs.
We're not keeping a clean sheet, that's for sure. But
no chance. So she's gone 4-2. Wally says 1-0 Spurs. Stuart says 3-1 Spurs.
Yeah.
And Charlie Boy says 2-2.
Yeah, that's the hopeful pick, isn't it? 2-2. I'm just not very hopeful at the moment. No confidence in this team whatsoever.
Exactly.
That they can't keep goals out, that's for sure. And he'll play Bowen up front again. But that, like I said, if they're playing a high line, that might suit Bowen a bit more, to be trying to get over the top. Again, and Mavropanos, they can play that ball. Who's he put on? Where does he? If he plays Paqueta in the middle instead of out on the left, it would help. If he stops rolling around. Kudos on the right. Could get a bit of joy.
Bear in mind, they've just gone to City and scored 3 goals as well, so they're at home now. Against
my first thing in my head was
3-1.
3-1 to Spurs. I'm going to stick with it.
Well, I'm going to go 3-0 Spurs.
You're going 3-0.
And hope that I'm wrong, but yeah,
Yeah, that shows you where the confidence is in this West Ham team. Out of all them, it's only Charlie Boy picked the draw. We've all gone for a loss. But yeah, but that you can only go by the form, can't you, and what you're seeing, and hard to pick them to win. And you know, David Moyes will be no different. It won't be any different. Moyes, we'll be sitting deep in this game, boy. Counter attack only. I just can't see it yet. Can't see a win unless who can win us that game.
And even though Spurs, the way they play, you might get they're competent at playing it out from the back, and if they suck us in, we're gonna have to sit back because they can.
Yeah.
They can play through the press, and our press is not.
Great. We ain't got press.
If we commit to it, we're in big trouble. So we're gonna be sitting deeper than we normally are. So yes, I think it's gonna be a horrible, horrible watch, and I don't think.
Yeah. The thing is, see that Emerson Royale? He's terrible, right? He's terrible with the ball. And that Man City got a lot of joy out of nicking the ball off him at the weekend, Yeah. It didn't work in the end. But like I said, in that first half, when they were taking the ball off him and Bazuma, they should have been 3 or 4 up. But we won't do that press.
Exactly.
Where that's an option to try and win this game is that to press them. Because they're not that good with the players they've got at the moment. The good players that are doing that are all injured.
Yeah.
And but we won't do it. We won't take advantage of that. We'll sit back and try and hold them out and hope for a break. We might get it. Could happen. But we'll see. But I must admit, I am enjoying watching Tottenham at the moment. It's really good to watch entertaining games, every game they play. I mean, that's an advert for the Premier League. Them and Newcastle really are good adverts for the Premier League.
Yeah.
And West Ham are the opposite to that. West Ham, Sheffield United at the moment, Burnley. Even Luton are a good advert for that because the way they battle and try.
Yeah, as a promoter.
Try to win the game. We're not. We're not a good advert at all. But there you go.
Right. Charlie says he's only gone with 2-2.
I know you feel,
man. Exactly. Spurs don't like playing against low blocks. As Stuart Harmony says, I've got 0 correct so far. I must get 1 at least.
Yeah. Me and you both, Harmony. I haven't got 1 right yet.
So I'm trying to think when we're going to go live because basically there's a game. Our game is on Thursday. I'm not sure what I'm doing Thursday, but if I'm free, would you be free on Thursday evening at like 10?
Yeah, 15? Friday morning I could do guys if you want to. So could try to do that. Yeah, squeeze it in. Best to do it before the.
Exactly.
Trouble is, we'd have to do say you've got to get all the other games in then, haven't you?
Yeah,
we'd have to
for Saturdays. Yeah, so it'll have to be Thursday. So yeah. So you lot after West Ham or maybe during West Ham's game, we'll go live on Thursday 10 or 10:15. And yeah,
do it at 10:15. It might be good, mightn't it?
West Ham would still be we'll do 10:15 on Thursday. So we'll be back in 2 days. But appreciated as always for the contribution to make it a decent show.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in 48 hours or less than.
Yeah, this is brilliant. This when you started this, Titch, it was that we'll just do a half an hour review.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And now we're doing a 2 hours plus. I do definitely enjoy it. So it's not a problem.
Yeah, I enjoy just seeing how shit I am at predicting scores at the end of it.
Yeah, you'll get one. I think you'll get one this week. Wally says,
more marriages might fly out.
Yeah, exactly. This is the week.
Hey, Wally, there's a question I wanted to ask. We ain't here, is he, Larry?
No, he's not here.
There's a question I want. Do you know, all the states in America, the 50 states have got their own flags. And there's one state in America that still has got the Union flag, the Union Jack. It's not called a Union Jack, is it not? Yeah, it's only on a boat. But the Union flag, the British flag, is on one state's flag. Do you know which state that is, Wally?
So do you say each state has got their own flag?
Yeah, in America they've got their own.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
Every state is a bit like England's got their own crests, haven't they? A London crest and whatever. Well, there's probably a county sort of crest, isn't there, in England?
Oh,
but each state there has got their own flag as well. The Texas flag and all of them.
Right.
But there's one state that in the corner has got the Union flag in it.
Is it Florida? Wally says
no.
Is it Hawaii or not?
Yes.
Is it Hawaii? Yeah.
How'd you get that?
I just thought they're the newest state, innit? I thought maybe it's them. They are the newest state, aren't they?
I think they are. Yeah. I think yeah.
Yeah, that was just.
You're right. It's Hawaii.
Yeah, that was.
I'd say Larry might have got it because I'd imagine if he was in the Navy, he would have pulled in there a few times. Maybe he'd know it. But yeah, no, Florida, Wally. Wally, you're rubbish. It's not Florida. I heard that the other day. I always wanted to ask Wally and Larry.
Yeah, I didn't even.
We'll ask Larry. We'll ask Larry next week or Thursday night.
Stuart says, "Love being able to spend time with you and people in the chat. Likewise."
Yeah, keep coming back. When are you coming back, Stuart? When are you coming back, sir? Seeing your bits and pieces. Good win as well for Leeds last week, wasn't it? Another good win.
Yeah.
Another 3 points on the board.
Middlesbrough.
Couple of good goals.
And I lovely Leeds too. Wow, Hawaii. Right, you lot, we're going to end the stream because we will be back in a couple of days. Thanks again to Giza as always, and then obviously all of you lot in the chat. Much appreciated. We will see you in 2 days' time. Ciao.
Yeah. If you only want to do the predictions, come at the end.
Yeah. A good bit. But yeah.
It could be West Ham's game just finished. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say about that.
How unhappy us two are on camera. But yeah, we'll see you lot later.
All right.
Nice one.
Laters. Bye-bye.
Later.